and welcome to today's video. We haven't shuffled yet. Today's gonna be a little bit more casual, but okay, so let's just start shuffling and see what message wants to come out today. Okay. The Chariot kind of wanted to fly out there, but it didn't. So you are moving on from financial loss, lack mindset, just loss in general, maybe isolation, okay? The feeling of being insecure about just anything, okay? Maybe even self, but just anything. Money, health, your environment, stability. You're leaving this behind through hard work, productivity, routine, okay? You've made routine efficient. You've had to work like a lot, maybe more than what's reasonable has been on your plate. But you're responsible and you found ways to conserve energy. I'm hearing, I just got the image of a beaver. It's like you found a way to conserve your environment. Okay, we have temperance showing itself. So it's like you had to rise above the situation. It took okay, wow, you guys. So it's like you had to rise above some sort of situation. It took courage to rise above that, and it took courage because how you rose above it was by pouring into yourself first so that you could pour into others, and it took courage to pour into yourself first. You've found a sense of balance and harmony through this though, and you've had to reconnect with a deep sense of patience through this because I'm just hearing like time will fix all. You found like a sense of purpose through this though. You have like a lot of passion at this moment, okay? You're like a rising sun and very fertile, I'm hearing. You know, like I got the image of like plants growing on the side of a riverbank. It's like and I heard the Nile. My nose is really running, you guys, but it's I just heard like the Nile is a river too. The Nile is a river. You've been building something though, and it took some amount of learning, okay? Like you had to apply yourself is what I'm hearing. Okay, it took teamwork too. Like other people had to step up to the plate to see eye to eye, I'm hearing. Ooh, wow. We have the Ace of Cups, the Magician, the High Priestess, and then the Empress coming out. So you are like, you have a newly transformed heart, okay? You're fully connected to your intuition and fully connected to your heart space, I'm hearing. It's like you may have felt, if you weren't literally pregnant and you don't literally have a new baby at this moment, or that's not what you're going through, you may have felt like in previous months to this that you were energetically pregnant. And you may have felt, okay, I have something to say, but I don't know how to say it. You may feel like now energetically, like, okay, it's like before you may have felt like you were pregnant, and like now you may feel like you are, I'm hearing owing, okay, is how you may feel at this moment. And it's like because you have a lot of creation to put out onto the world. And I'm not saying like you are literally doing that. I'm saying like your energy may feel, especially in your sacral area, like explosive, okay? Like I'm literally hearing screaming. Like you may feel like, you know, you can't sleep until you create this thing. You can't sleep until, like, you may feel like really restless basically. We got the Magician coming out, like action. You're taking like inspired action at this moment. You're following your inspiration and taking action. You're applying yourself. Okay, it's taken a lot of confidence and willpower to do this. And you've also had to reach like a point of clarity as well. But I'm just hearing, don't focus on that you had to do that. You know, you're more connected now more than ever to what is sacred, what is pure, and you're connected more than ever now to your sensitivity and to your sense of morality and the feminine. It's like you have, there's something like, it's interesting because like I wanted to say you've connected to the unknown. It's like you know the unknown. You're showing up, you know, if you aren't in your final form in this scenario, and I'm getting like, I just got the image of like you just stepped your first foot into it, you know, and now your other foot's coming into it. It's like you are newly, ooh, and I just got chills. It's like you're newly standing in this position. Okay, it took a lot of growth and evolution. And I just heard revolution. You may have had to, you know, revolt from something before to get to this point where you are, you know, your pregnancy is protected. There may be something that you're holding back on, okay? We have the Fool in reverse. So it's like the Fool is a new beginning, but the Fool has blind faith, and, you know, the Fool stands on the edge of the cliff happily, merrily. I'm getting more than like fearlessness. It's more like this is indecision, hesitation, holding back. You're holding back from new love, I'm hearing. Creative opportunities. You're holding yourself back from your dreams, y'all. I just want you to know, you know, your dreams are there for a reason, okay? Like, they won't stop pestering you for a reason. And, you know, life and the universe is kind of just begging you really to answer the call, and it takes courage, and you almost have to like push yourself like woof, out there, you know? If you do this, okay, and you will, it's just going to take time. It's going to take your time, but I'm hearing you're on your own timeline. You're going to reach a unified love, mutual attraction, okay, connection, mutual connection, okay? You're going to reach, you know, your manifestation. I'm hearing your house on the hill. You're going to reach that. It sounds like you're dealing, you know, I'm getting the energy of, you're dealing with a lot of fear of change. You know, Spirit's wanting you to know these are unbalanced thoughts. Okay, we have the Hierophant coming out in reverse. These are personal beliefs. I'm hearing like personal beliefs that need to be dismantled. Okay, they don't serve you anymore. You know, I'm getting like, this is a butler that's like spitting in your tea as it's coming into the room. Okay, like get rid of this belief. Okay. That's interesting. Let me find the Fool here, because it's like, that's interesting because it's like you're being asked, you know, I love this because the Fool in upright, okay, the Fool in its upright position. So when it's correctly positioned, its keyword is blind faith. We have the Hierophant coming out in reverse though, and a keyword on the Hierophant, and it's, you know, it's not most beneficial position. you know, this might be considered like a karmic position, I guess. It's like, this also says blind faith. It's like you actually have right now, I don't know why, but you right now are assuming fears about the things that you need to step into, actually. Like, you may have blind faith right now, but it's like from a perspective that doesn't serve you. Ooh, I'm getting, okay. I'm getting the reason why blind faith for the Fool is like, blind faith for the Fool is a new beginning. It's a fresh start. So you can have blind faith that everything's going to be okay. Blind faith with the Hierophant in reverse, it's like, you know better. So blind faith with the Hierophant in reverse is like denial about an objective truth. It's like, you know what to expect. So blind faith is hoping for better when there's an expectation to be had. Like, for example, someone has treated you poorly for so and so long, okay, and you have had this conversation with them, and they've acknowledged you, but no changes have come, and you've put up this boundary, and they've slipped through them, and like, you know, no change has come, and it's like you've went through all of this, and you know change can't come from this person. You have to change. Being in denial, blind faith in that scenario, okay, is like hoping for the best, but knowing better. Okay, blind faith in the Fool, which is what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to have blind faith, but it's like right now it's like you're misapplying it. And you need to apply it to your new beginning, your blind faith, because it's like that does have all the promise that you hope for. And blind faith isn't misplaced on a new beginning, okay? But it is misplaced on a commitment to error, okay? Like, when you solidify over and over again what your boundaries are and what it is that you expect in terms of respect, and it isn't being respected, I kind of lost the rest of that thought, but just, we have on the bottom of the deck, though, okay? We have 8 of Cups in reverse. Trying one more time. Indecision, aimless drifting, avoidance, fear of change, fear of loss. You're being asked to step into your personal strength, though, and have courage and express your passions for what calls to you in life. What in life you feel like makes life worth living. Spirit is saying focus. Just focus. And you guys, I want to leave your message out there. Okay, I feel like that is a perfect place to leave your message out. You're being guided, you know, you're facing a lot of tension. You may face a lot of tension, or you may be facing a lot of tension. Spirit wants you to know you're your worst critic. You are your worst critic, okay? So put yourself out there, I'm hearing, and release negative thoughts. Release self-limiting beliefs. Open yourself up to new perspectives and do your best to accept yourself, okay? That's going to take shadow work, I'm hearing, like this. Those who are here, it's going to take a little bit of shadow work to accept yourself, perhaps. Maybe that's something that you haven't really considered before because you feel so loving towards others. You know, I'm getting this may have been a time when, you know, you're the sort of person perhaps that makes things happen for others. You make things happen for others, like, endlessly, okay? You manifest for others. You manifest others' desires into reality. And it's like you may have spent a whole lot of time, if not your whole life, doing that until you realized like you needed to do that for yourself because you left in the dust somehow. You were left out in the cold or in the dust somehow, and like you realized, oh, I need to do that for myself. And that may have been actually really painful, but it's like now there's like a phase 2 to this project, which is all that love, not just the action, not just the masculine energy that you put out into the world, where you like, you know, you're getting this for somebody and you're making this happen and you're setting this up and you're making things happen. Phase 1 was turning your masculine energy back on yourself. Phase 2 of this era for you, okay, is like what you're entering now is phase 2. It's turning your feminine energy back on yourself. Okay, you aren't the type to critique and limit others, but you still do that to yourself. So phase 2 is now turning your feminine energy back on yourself. That same love and, you know, acceptance, the unconditional love and acceptance that you give to others that you lack, you are giving to yourself, so you won't lack it anymore. Okay, and again, just as confirmation, we have strength on the back, okay? It's like you are filling your cup at this moment. That's what this is about. And I literally am just seeing like you dipping into like fountains of like beautiful flowing water, okay? Like you are just like, you're going to be able to gulp this endless resource up once your cup is full, okay? And you're getting there. You're nurturing and you're nourishing. So I'm going to leave your messages off there for today, you guys. Thank you for watching. If this resonated, definitely leave a like and your thoughts in the comments below. Leave a yellow heart if you can't think of anything to say or you're a little shy, and subscribe so I can see you again. Bye for now.